Thank you, Denise and Gail, and thank all of you for being here. Jerry Agar, you made a comment a few minutes ago about you need new Republicans. You got one right here. I'm on the Veterans Affairs Committee in the House of Representatives, and before I say anything, I think it's high time that we turn to those veterans in our presence today and thank them for the sacrifice they've made, for the freedoms we enjoy. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Getting over here, I was just writing things down. This is a total stream of consciousness, but does anyone forget Vice President Biden, and it's really hard for me to say that, saying how it's our patriotic duty to pay more taxes? Do you ever wonder if he goes into the cabinet meetings and turns to those cabinet members who didn't pay their taxes and say, what about your patriotic duty? I often wonder that. Now in Springfield, we have a governor who came before us in the House and said, if you do not support my 50% income tax increase, you're mean-spirited. I'm not mean-spirited, I don't think. But I can assure you, I'm a no vote. Jerry, I've been there 2 months, and I've got a couple of anecdotes that'll crystallize what's wrong with Springfield and what's wrong with government today. I'm on the Appropriations Committee, and I looked at the agenda and I saw an item for Cook County, $1.5 million appropriation. So up came one of Todd Stroger's guys. He said, we need $1.5 million, this is $1.5 million request for the jail. And it's going to be put to good use and blah, 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 blah. Are there any questions? Farnham, McCasey, Connelly. Oh, yes, Connelly. I said, I have a few questions. I said, did you ask Todd Stroger for this money before you came to Springfield? He looked at me. Representative Connelly, that's a political question. I said, well, who's the president of your county board? Todd Stroger. I said, well, I was on the DuPage County board, and typically you ask the county board for an appropriation for money for the county. You don't come to Springfield. I don't remember seeing anybody from DuPage rolling into Springfield saying, give us money. They looked at me. We didn't ask Todd Stroger. And I said, so what you're doing is you're asking every resident outside of Cook County who pay their taxes to Springfield to give that money to Cook County. Is that what you're asking for? Oh, that's an unfair political question, Representative. That's an unfair political question. I said, can you answer the question? And the guy said, well, yeah, that's correct. Folks, it's still passed. You're still paying for it. I've got another anecdote. There's a bill that came to the House floor, increased fees on truck drivers. And our trucking companies have been leaving in droves. So one of our Republican House members got up and said, this is driving business out of Illinois. We should have less regulation, less taxation. Someone stood up from the Democratic caucus and they said, and I'm not kidding you folks, and I can't believe it's not on YouTube, but I am going to get it on YouTube. Let them leave. We want businesses that abide by our rules. If they won't abide by our rules, let them leave.
What idiots.
Unreal. That's what we face, and that's what I fight on a weekly basis in Springfield. Mitch Daniels, the new governor, great governor of Indiana, Republican, a real star. Did you hear what he said the other day at his State of the State? I've got great news, Indiana. Illinois is going to raise their taxes. More business is coming our way. Are you kidding me? That's what we face. On March 17th, St. Patrick's Day, a day of great pride for my family and my type, I guess. I received a letter in Springfield, and it's a yellow. It just says Representative Michael Connelly, Springfield, Illinois. The return, Illinois angry citizen. Sounds like my mother. So I opened up the envelope, and guess what was in it? A tea bag. And I can assure you, as long as I have the honor and privilege of representing you, this will always be with me. Thank you. Parents, my wife and I have 3 kids. So I've coached many of your kids in Little League, girls softball. I have a junior in high school, and God bless her, she was one of the few proud McCain supporters, a fervent McCain supporter. And some of her friends came over one day and said, my daughter said, "Dad, just tell these people why we're for McCain and why we're not for Obama." And I said, well, here's the difference between the two parties. And I think it's a real simple story for children. I said, Mrs. Connelly and I someday are going to die. We're going to die. And hopefully we get to go to heaven, God willing. I said, the money we have that pays for our cars, pays for our homes, that money's already been taxed. Do you understand that? They said, oh, yeah, I understand that, Mr. Connelly. I said, okay. So the government's already taken a piece of that money. Yeah, oh, I'm with you. So when we die, Maureen, Matthew, and Sheila are going to inherit the house, the car, whatever. Do you understand that? And the will and all? Oh, yeah, I get that, Mr. Connelly. I said, do you think it's fair that after I die and Mrs. Connelly dies, that the government gets to tax our property again? No, that's totally unfair. I said, Mr. Obama not only thinks it's fair, he wants to increase that. And my party wants to get rid of it. You can be sure those Obama stickers came off their shirts right away. I'm sorry, I got a phone call. Oh, Governor Quinn, how are you? Oh, yes, I'm in the 48th district. The governor would like to know what you feel about his income tax increase. Sorry, Governor, I can't do that. And it's about accountability. It's about accountability. Make me accountable. Watch my voting record. Let me know how you feel. Watch Joe Broda's voting record. Watch the county board, your school boards, your park boards. Watch all elected officials. Watch how they're voting. Watch what they're doing. Are they looking to cut costs? Are they looking to be more efficient? Are they looking to outsource? Because remember, whenever you hear, we've got a revenue shortfall, we need revenue. Revenue is what? Taxes. Taxes. Let's hear about, we're looking to cut costs. We're looking to be more efficient. Look for those things. Look on the website. I had 3 bills. They never got out of the Rules Committee because we're not in charge. But one day we will, and they will get out of the Rules Committee. They will. They will. So make us all accountable. Everyone. Republican. I completely agree with you, Jerry. Both parties. Make everybody accountable, and be active. Don't make today the end. Make this the beginning. Email, letters, calls, do all of that. Thomas Jefferson said, when the people gain momentum, it's an irresistible force for positive change. You today are that irresistible force. I am honored to represent you. God bless you. God bless America. Thanks.